It's the Dublin Special Master.
Live and direct.
Breakfast with Cubcamt.
Trickstar Radio.
Yes then, people, it's time for us to get into some news here on Trickstar Radio. Myself, Kxvu, Yaron Ash inside the building. How are you doing?
What are you doing, bruv?
I don't know.
What are you doing, man? Come on. This is a
It's potato
serious
riding.
show, bro.
It's a very serious
It's a
show with a lot of
serious
serious
show,
topics being discussed. I know. I apologise on behalf of me. Yaron, what's on the way?
So, we're talking Airbnb, mate.
Are we talking Airbnb?
Because Airbnb are being party poopers.
Are they?
But
I've only ever stayed in one Airbnb in my life.
Oh, wow.
It was a great night. Really nice house. Multi-million-pound house.
Oh, nice for some.
Yeah.
Well,
It wasn't when we finished with it. No, I'm joking. We left it in perfectly good condition.
yeah.
Do not put my Airbnb rating down for no
that
reason
deposit,
whatsoever.
that cleaning deposit is going if you're leaving it.
I don't think I even chipped in for the deposit, to be fair. But anyway, talk.
Okay, so Airbnb
Say things.
have been cracking down on house party bookings.
Okay.
Apparently, it's a thing that people book Airbnbs for house parties.
Apparently it's a thing. You know full well it's a thing.
All right, so we all know it's a thing that people book Airbnbs for house parties, and Airbnb are clamping down. So it looks like they've got a dedicated team that scout bookings, especially in the US, and block bookings that look suspicious, i.e. probably booked for one evening in a really big house and not specifying the amount of people who are staying there. In the US, they have blocked over 50,000 suspicious bookings, which includes 7,000 in Dallas, 6,000 in San Diego, 5,100 in Charlotte, etc., etc., etc. Now, they are also employing this in the EU. And look, it makes sense. We're in a COVID environment. You shouldn't be having house parties. People shouldn't be having house parties. But let's say post-COVID, if the restrictions are loosened on the 19th, we're allowed to have house parties again. My question to you, Mr. CubCamTV, is what constitutes the best house party house?
What are you doing, bro? Sorry, I couldn't resist. It was there. You set me up.
That was
The
unnecessary.
ball was in the air.
That was
the bat was behind my arm.
uncalled for.
Had to be done.
All right, so swiftly moving on.
Yeah, no. So what are we talking? The actual house itself,
Yeah, I'm
or
talking
the scenario?
No, I'm talking about real estate here. Are we wanting semi-detached? Are we wanting detached? Are we
Okay.
talking open plan? Are we talking lots of different rooms for people to go into? Are we talking start at 6, have some food, then descend into house
So
party?
a bit of scenario.
Yeah.
A little bit of
A
scenario.
little bit of scenario.
I think you have to go detached for a good house party. You want to upset your neighbours as little as
For
possible.
your own peace of mind as well.
Yeah, I think it just kind of means, you know, when you are playing music or whatever, means you can have a speaker up against the wall and not have to worry about the fact that
About the bass.
You have to worry about it. I think detached is kind of ideal.
Yep.
I think 2 floors, no more than 2 floors. I don't want
Okay.
I don't want people running around on a 3rd floor that is I don't want a floor between me and someone else at any time at a house party.
You don't want a floor in the middle, you
Yeah,
said.
I don't want a floor in between me and the people on the top floor. That
Okay.
for me is there's just damaging in my head. That makes me uneasy.
Very specific. But okay.
I think I want different rooms. I don't want an open plan. I want it so the
Okay.
kitchen is one room. I want it so the living room is one
So
room.
you're talking about door between...
Doors.
Yep.
Yeah, doors. I'm a
Okay.
big fan of doors at house parties.
Okay.
I don't know how I ended up here.
Yep.
4 years ago. What do you want to do when you're older, son? I want to talk about doors.
I
at
want to
house
go to a
parties.
house party with doors.
But yeah, I think obviously the doors are all open, but I want it to be it's a thing, you know. If a conversation's getting a little bit awkward, if a situation's getting a little bit weird, I don't want to walk to the other side of the room to go into a different conversation, and the person who I was just in a conversation with still be looking at me trying to continue a conversation.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. You
wanna
want an
move to a
escape route.
I want an escape route. I want to
Yeah.
kind of go. I'm going to go check the kitchen.
You want physical space between you.
Yeah, I want some concrete or plasterboard between conversations.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair enough. And we're talking music setup. Are we
Music
talking
setup.
decks? Are we talking about a Spotify playlist?
You know what? I think it has to be the right crowd to have decks there.
Yeah.
And I think if you're doing decks, I think you can only have 2 people that know how to use them actually doing it.
Cool.
And they have to be people that understand the group and have a plan for
Can
the
read
evening.
a room.
Yeah, can read a room. I don't like this is the advantage, I suppose, with just Spotify playlisting. People can put songs in they like, but I still like that idea of, you know, there's almost like a performance going on. I
Yeah.
quite like that as an idea. We don't tend to get that at UK house parties as much, where you get like performances going on. That seems to be a much more of a thing in America, in Europe. It's kind of like you book people to come and play at your house.
It's very My Sweet 16, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas I think with in the UK, we very much got a thing of, we're going to a house, they've got decks, bring a memory stick, and that's
Yeah.
the sort of scenario. See who jumps on.
Although saying that, I've had parties, especially at university, where like they fit a band into someone's bedroom and it was like just a live performance, which is a bit extra.
Yeah, that's very extra.
That was a bit much. I didn't enjoy that.
I do like the idea of having kind of turntables rolling, dim lights, that sort of thing. I like that sort of thing at a house party.
Do you like a strobe? Or is a strobe a bit too intense?
When I was younger, I definitely loved it when there was a strobe at a house party.
Yeah.
It was always good, not constantly, obviously, but just kind of like occasionally flashing on and stuff like that.
Now they give me migraines.
Lighting is a big part of house parties. I
Yeah.
think it's an underrated part of house parties.
Yeah.
I think
You don't want
if
a harsh light.
I think a dim light with some sort of stuff going on, but also I don't want it to be like almost pitch black with like blue ceiling lights. For me,
Yeah.
that's a chill out environment. And if
Yeah,
I'm at a
yeah.
house party, I don't want it to be a chilled out environment. I want it to be like a kind of lively
High
environment.
octane.
A garden is a kind of not necessarily essential, but an outside area is essential. Sometimes I want to go and chill out.
Yeah.
I want to cool off.
A bit of fresh air.
Houses get warm.
Yeah.
Especially when there's loads of people in there
Yeah.
and there's jackets on the sofas.
Especially a nice like spring breeze and
A little bit of a cool down time, and also
Yeah.
you don't want people smoking inside because that can just end up in
it's a
absolute.
bit gross.
It just ends up long.
I mean, it's
so,
very gross.
so it means you can just get people outside, kind of chilling out a little bit. Maybe a marquee, that would be quite cool to have
Yeah?
a kind of marquee outside.
All right.
Upper echelons, I know.
bougie.
Everyone chips in a fiver.
Marquee, maybe some canapes going round.
Little waiter.
Yeah.
Pencil moustache.
Hello, sir. Can I offer you some champagne?
Penguin suit.
No, mate. I want some bass music.
I'm trying to think. Some of the best house parties I've been to over the years, most of them have been quite impromptu.
Yeah.
And they've just kind of been descended and things have happened. Like
I mean, you're a man who enjoys a plan, though.
I do like a plan.
Yeah.
I think if I'm hosting a party, I'd never tend to have a plan. I just kind of go turn up, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to a party, I want someone to have made a plan.
Yeah, that's fair.
Very,
enough.
very hypocritical in that sense.
I'm gonna throw a bit of a curveball.
What are you saying?
House party versus field gathering.
House party every day of the week.
Yeah.
House party every day of the week.
Yeah. Even if there's like a nice gazebo, barbecues going, people turning up from all corners, booze flowing. Nice big speaker.
Yeah, but you can't
Maybe like a JBL boom thingy-majig.
You can't order a Deliveroo to a field.
Or can you?
Well,
I once ordered a Deliveroo to a bus stop.
I have got around this, and I'm not going to say how, because I think it might have been illegal how I did it. But we'll.
Yeah, let's not.
we won't dive into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the thing of going to a house. A house has always been like, since I don't know if that's just a UK thing as well. I've always preferred houses over venues, houses over places. Just going to someone's house, turning up.
And falling asleep on the sofa when you get too drunk.
It happens. From
Yeah.
time to time. Only since.
Does it?
Only in the last couple of years has that started happening. When I was younger, yeah.
Uh-huh.
When I was younger,
All right, yeah, go on then, mate.
7 a.m. regular.
Yeah.
Still, actually, to be fair, it's pretty standard.
Now you fall asleep without taking the dentures out. Sorry to pry, mate. I know.
Sorry,
I
I was just reminiscing. About
there's
old
not.
times.
Back in the day. I didn't mean to pry on your falling asleep habits because it doesn't happen often.
No, it's happened a couple of times recently, though. To
Yeah.
be fair. Although the last time I was out and I felt myself getting sleepy, I went right. I'm going home.
That's fair enough.
So
That's fair enough.
that's what we do now.
fair enough.
Sensible adult cub. Right, it's track of the week time. Should we play some music?
Yeah.
It's the same way we play music at a house party.
Yeah. No. Yes.
This is serious music time.
This is serious music time. This is a serious music show.
New stuff from Swindle, Loyal Kana, Koji Radical, and Junior Williams. What a collaboration this is. Have you heard
That's
this
a
one?
lineup. I haven't, but that is a lineup and a half.
It goes by the name Lost. Swindle doing what Swindle does best. Really cool to kind of hear Koji and Loyal Kana going back and forth. And the first time I've actually heard Junior Williams get like a bit of accreditation in like a kind of larger scale.
Yeah.
Fantastic collaboration. And it all happens in less than 2.5 minutes.
Damn.
There's a lot of people on this tune for a 2.5 minute tune.
Yeah, and quite like iconic voices as well.
Very voices is definitely the best way to put it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you could even suggest that Swindle has a voice musically.
Yeah.
Very, very avant-garde.
There you go. So musa, bro.
We're going to get into this, and then we're going to get into some Idris Miles and some Geordie as well. Moving towards the end of the second hour of the show. Keep it locked and don't go anywhere, people. It's myself, Kxvu, and Yaron Ash. We're in the building till 10. We've got the interview hour coming up at 9 as well.
This is Breakfast with Kxvu, bringing you them morning flavours on Trickstar Radio.
Trickstar Radio.